welcome to Vlogmas Day 17. Ooh. Alright guys, we are going to do a get ready with me today using mostly products from last week's weekly makeup basket, but I did throw in a couple of new things that I haven't used in a while in a get ready with me since I've done quite a few get ready with me's during Vlogmas. I didn't want to keep using the same products over and over. So we're going to do get ready with me, and then I purchased my first FabFitFun box. So I got the winter box, so I'll also haul that for you guys too at the end after we do the face. Alright? Alright. Okay, so the first product we are going to use, is the IT Cosmetics Shore Skin Butt Butter Primer, oil-free makeup gripping base, pore refiner and hydrator all day. I have just a little sample size of it and I have not tried this yet, so this is going to be a first impression. This came in an order that I got I think in my last haul, so like end of October or in October, because I purchased the IT Cosmetics Shore Skin Butt Butter Setting Spray and it came with this sample. So it just looks like that. And I have not tried a makeup gripping primer. So it just feels smooth. Not silicone smooth, but like just moisturizer smooth, I guess. Alright. Alright. We'll see if it gets a little tacky. So the foundation that I wanted to use is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance with hyaluronic acid, and this is in the color F4. I haven't used this in a little while. I do have other get ready with me's where I do use it, but I haven't used it in a while. It's a little tacky. It's a little tacky. Okay, so I like this one a lot. I think the doe foot part fell off. It's just the wand. That's so funny. Okay, that's fine. We'll make it work. But what's it doing in there? Okay, this might be a little bit messier. That's disappointing. We'll just start with this much and see how we do, because I kind of got a lot. Just gonna blend that out. It's a little pinky, maybe. I do really like this foundation. I find just foundations in general kind of get neglected in my collection because I tend to use one at a time. So that's a growing point for me to stop buying so many, but I get so curious. Like, you know, you watch the reviews about them and you're like, ooh, I want to try it. Like that Elf Dewy, I still want to try it. But I'm like, Abby, get through what you got, or finish a couple at least, and then try it out. Especially ones that are not limited edition. You see that glow? Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, I think we're good with just that little bit. So, love that for us. And, oh, it's a pump! It's a pump, not a doe foot. My bad. My bad. My bad. It's been a while since I've used this. It's a pump. Woo! Okay, we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine. Okay, so next we are gonna use concealer, another Revolution brand, but this is the Conceal and Define, and this one is in C3. This one is also a doe foot. You can see that. This one I think just blends really nicely into the skin. I don't know, I feel like it's kind of like coverage that just disappears into the face, but I do like it, that's for sure. It snowed last night for the first time of the season for our area. It was just like an inch, but it's like, okay, Christmas vibes. We need you. It doesn't feel like Christmas is next week. Okay. And then I'm going to set that with the Catrice Brightening Light Illusion Loose Powder. This one is a brightening yellow matte. I personally only really like this under my eyes, not really all over my face. So what would be today? Just kidding. I have a pretty slow work week. So today I only have 4 client calls. So I slept in and then I lounged and then here we are. So I haven't had any human contact except for you guys right now. So I'm feeling like just silly. I am trying to debate whether I want to treat myself to some lunch like at Jimmy John's, just go to the drive-thru, order online and then go to the drive-thru to pick it up, or if I should just make something at home. I don't know. I find I feel better on days that I get out of the house at least for like a little errand. Being in the house all day is like, feels like a lot. Feels like a lot, and it's hard to get like steps in and movement in. So I'm thinking I might do that after my first 2 client calls this morning or this afternoon. Okay, we're going in with the Laura Mercier. This is their classic loose translucent powder. So I'm just going to take like a more fluffier dome brush. Just kind of brush it on. So far I think this, the base, I think it just looks nice. Like it's one color. We'll work on that with bronzer and stuff, but I think everything like blended on pretty easily. I don't know. I like it. Sure. That's pretty much it for primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder. So we're done with those. I'm going to use MAC Painterly for my eyelid primer. So we'll just kind of get that on there while we do the rest. I personally like doing my face makeup first and then the eyeshadow, but it's all preference. There's no right or wrong. Some people like doing eyeshadow first, but my thing with it is I feel like seeing my face done gives me inspiration for my eyeshadow, whereas if I do my eyeshadow first, sometimes I might get a little carried away and then I feel like I can't get the face makeup to match, or I don't know. It's me. It's all me. We are going to go with bronzer. We're going to use the ColourPop bronzer. And this one, I always forget, is in it to win it. Guys, we made it through all of my makeup collection. The inventory is done. If you missed it, you can check the Vlogmas playlist. We went through everything. I feel good about it. We didn't get rid of very much, maybe just a couple of items, but the point was really just to see where we're at, see if we grew or subtracted or anything, and just kind of get our numbers in line for the new year. And I've said during that inventory, for me, it's not really about I want to own less. It's more so about like the money that goes into makeup, especially, you know, this year things I think got tight for everyone, or priorities shifted or that kind of thing. So I just don't really want to prioritize my money into makeup. I want to, I guess, go back to the habits I kind of had before I got into makeup, which was just buying something when I wanted it and not like feeling pressured to always buy a new release or anything like that. And I watched this video. It was like a random suggested to me video, and I don't even think I could go back and find it if I wanted. But it was this girl talking about maybe it was called Stop Buying Makeup Like a YouTuber or something like that. And she said some things in there that I feel like I really connected to. She said, if something is permanent, like a new makeup release comes out that's permanent, like the e.l.f. Dewy foundation that I was just talking about, yeah, we're gonna do MAC Double Gleam for highlighter. So if something like that comes out and it's not limited edition, it's not on sale, it's just being really hyped on YouTube, then don't run out and buy it unless you really want it. Like, don't feel that pressure, because wait for a sale. B, it's always going to be there if it's a permanent product. So why are you rushing out to get it? And again, if you really want it, cool. But if you're just doing it because you feel the pressure, but then maybe reassess that part of it. Here is the NYX Mauve Me. This is a neglected / I think I decluttered it and pulled it back out product. So that kind of spoke to me, and she was kind of saying, like, you're not on YouTube, so why do you feel pressured to buy makeup? Because the people on YouTube are pressured, like they're sent it, or they're sponsored, or they're trying to keep relationships with the companies and the brands. Woo, I'm going a little wild here. Really light hand, but that's pretty. I don't know, just that thought idea or that mindset really spoke to me, and I was like, you know what, that's so true. Like, if it's not something you need, you just feel like hyped about it, you've been influenced, take time to like sit with that. And that's kind of been helping me shift and really think about the 6-month no buy. So what I'm thinking of doing with that, I'm gonna highlight top with the Becca Rose Quartz. It's just like this little one, and it's a duo shift, so it has some pink and I think like maybe some gold. I don't know, let's see. So that resonated with me. So the 6-month no buy, I think it's gonna go like this. January, is that like patchy? Let me blend. January to, I guess that would be June. That's 6 months, right? The only exceptions in which I would buy makeup are gift card. Something I really want is on huge sale. Something that I've wanted and it's gone on sale. For example, the Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette. I think it's being discontinued because it's no longer on Tarte's website, and it's $25 on Sephora's website. So that's something I always wanted, but I just couldn't spend the $45 full price on it. So with it going on sale and potentially discontinued, I was like, we're gonna get her, okay? So that would be an exception. We're gonna go in with Revolution Bake and Block Banana Bright. Yeah, so that's the first exception. Something limited edition comes out that it really speaks to me, like how that Christy palette, Raw Beauty Christy, and ColourPop palette, I knew immediately. I was like, I want that. So I bought it. I guess those would be the 3 exceptions to that. But I just want to break the habit of buying to buy, because I'm pressured, and I want to break the habit of prioritizing my money on makeup, because makeup is so expensive and it adds up, and I just think about all the other things I could do with that money. So that's where I'm personally at. We're gonna do the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy Palette. See, all these things go on sale at the end of the year in early January. That's when I got this last year. So I think that's gonna be when we see even more sales, and I might get into a little trouble, but we'll see. What do I want to do? Okay, so I think what we're going to do is, in a pinch, we're going to take this color right here and just... But I talk about this a lot to you guys because you guys usually express a desire to buy less makeup or to no buy or ask how I do it because you feel like you can't do it or you're not in the mindset to do it. So I think I just kind of keep talking about it to encourage you that if you have those feelings that you can get past it. YouTube, it just sucks us in, you know, that it's an influencer market for a reason. I was reading Instagram trends for 2021 and there was something in there about how influencer marketing makes up like one of the biggest categories of marketing, so it's not going away. Like someone else just said in a video, maybe it was Brooke, that if you have a brand, influencer marketing is the way to go to be successful in that brand. So it's not going nowhere. So we got to work on us because they're going to be working on us. And we need to work on us and our habits. We're going Gingerbread Glam. Ooh. Just going to kind of take that a little bit lower. I don't have a plan here. I just wanted to use this palette. Very light hand here. So I want that in a pinch to kind of stick up above this color, this brown color. Just to add a little depth, a little something, something. And then I'm going to go in with Lick the Spoon, this kind of shimmer shade. And I'm going to just tap that on my lid with my finger. There we go. Super like soft. It kind of crumbles if you push your finger into it too much. Okay. So you could honestly just blend it out and stop there. But why? Why are we stopping there? So I'm going to go in with yeah. Let's go in with this pink. I want a pink, I think. Wipe off this brush on my paper towel. So this is Hot Tamale right here. And I'm just going to kind of stamp it on the outer corner and build that up. Ooh, hey girl. She's not super pigmented. She's taking some work here. That's okay. Same thing on the other side. Just lightly stamping. Okay, so I shared with you guys in the Vlogmas called Decorate With Us that I got a label maker. And I did end up taking it back. Or, yeah, I took it to Kohl's to return it to Amazon. And I decided that I was going to just do like some simple labels. But Jessica Braun put in her day 12 of Vlogmas that you can buy clear envelope labels and print on them and make your own labels. And those are only $15. So I'm going to buy those and attempt to. There are some things I feel like are a skill set to me that I own, that I possess. But some things like printing on labels, not a skill set. Alright, I had to change my battery on my camera. But we are going to go back in with, was it Plenty of Dough? No, like the spoon with the finger. What? We're just going to tap. Same place, just kind of reapplying to blend out a little bit of that pink as well. Then I'm going to take the vanilla wafers here, and I'm going to use that to blend everything out around the edges. And then without any extra product, I'm going to take that first blending brush and just kind of run in the crease a little bit with what's left on it. And then I want to take the cookie cutter color. It's kind of a pink tone, but I think that would be pretty like in the inner corner. Love it. Take a little Benefit roller lash. Our time with her is almost up. How sad. Actually, let's put a little bit on the bottom. Okay, and then for brows, we are going to take Too Faced Brow Knee and Taupe, and we're just going to fill in mostly the outer edges. Simple, very simple. And then I'm going to go in with Benefit Gimme Brow, and we'll do, just run it through a little bit. I am going to set it, we'll just use this since we talked about it, the IT Cosmetics Sheer Skin Butt Butter Setting Spray. It does smell like coconut. We love that. Woo! Okay, and then I did not grab a lipstick, so I'm kind of thinking, let's stick with this Too Faced theme, and we'll go in with the Melted Matte and Cool Girl. I do have the Gingerbread, is this Girl? Gingerbread Girl one as well, which is like this bricky color. Fine. Fine. We'll use it. This was from last year. I know they have other holiday ones out this year. I'm just not really sure like what those colors are. Alright guys, here is the finished look. My hair is just like in a little braid in the back, just in case you're curious what's happening back there. But it's crazy how much this lip transformed the look. It almost is like made me paler almost. I guess washed me out a little bit. But I think this is such like a pretty holiday look. Ooh, she's cute. Simple, easy, not super glam, but glam. I think the lip really took it there. All right, guys. Whew. So we are gonna roll into that FabFitFun box. Okay, I thought we'd have a little festive moment in front of the tree. Oh, with our glam makeup. Ooh, okay. So, I know these are advertised all the time. I don't know, like, do I look, I think I look here. But I never got one, but the FabFitFun box, the winter box got me, fam. I have kind of been looking for a makeup subscription since I canceled BoxyCharm like a year ago, but nothing seemed to really spark my interest. But then Melissa from H Kitty Vlogs, she got, well, I think she was sent the winter box, but she had a code, and she was showing the winter box, and I was like, you know what? That's something I would like. And I'm like, you know what? It's $50 every season, and then this one was like $40 or something with her code. But let me show you. I destroyed this box. I was savage when I opened this stuff. I don't know why I was so extreme. But here is what it looks like on the bottom. It's beautiful. So like I said, it is their winter box. And they do have like levels of membership. So I just did like the normal one. So they have all members where you get to customize 3 of the products available. Select members get to customize 4 to 5. So if you do like kind of their premium membership, you do get more options in what you customize. And you also can pay for a year and save money, but I wasn't looking to drop like $200 into this. I wanted to spend like the $40 and then maybe do it one more time and then see how I felt about it. But they do put a catalog in here of everything. And the nice thing is you can go to their website and purchase some of these things individually that you might have wanted to get but didn't get. And you will get it at a little bit of a discount. So that's kind of cool too. So here is what I picked out. So the reason I was like, yep, this is the box I want is because I've really been looking for nice earrings. And I've thought about like Kate Spade or whatever. And granted, on Kate Spade's website, they are always on sale. But not as good of a deal as this. So this was the thing that made me like, okay, we're going in. So Kate Spade, 2 pairs of earrings. These retail for $60 alone. So them themselves pay for the box, are already worth the value of the box. Here's what they look like. Aren't those absolutely stunning? I can't wait to put them on. So on the back it says they are $68. And I did look on their website and they have pairs for like $25, $30 on sale, but it's still not as good of a deal as this. So I can't wait to wear those. And I like that it came in like a little bag that you can put them in and store them nicely. I was just saying to my friend the other day, I'd like to spend a little bit extra money to have nicer jewelry because most of my earrings and stuff are just from like Target, and then they kind of, I don't know, whatever makes them hypoallergenic kind of wears off. And then it's like they just aren't really great for my ears anymore. So it'd be nice to just have a few of really like fancy pairs. So that's like what made me like, we get in the box. We get in the box. So that was the first thing I customized. And then the rest, I honestly can't remember what I customized versus what just came in the box. So I'll just show you. Laura Geller Cinnamon and Spice. Okay, this is the reason I was kind of turned off to this until recently, is I feel like there used to not be a lot of makeup that comes into this box. I feel like it was more like household stuff, but you can customize now so you don't get that stuff if you don't want it. So that's kind of another thing that I was like, yes, we got my beauty products. So here's what the outside looks like. Again, cinnamon and spice. And this is a neutral looking palette. If you watch my eyeshadow inventory, you know that I have a lot of these, but it looks absolutely stunning. And I can't wait to use it. And I like that there's like kind of pinkier tones in there. So I think this will be really nice. And I've never tried Laura Geller eyeshadow. What? I've tried their blush, highlighters, mascara. I never tried their like powder foundation or anything. So excited to give that a whirl. And then the other thing that I was like super excited about is this eye cream, the Algenist Repair Eye Renewal Balm. Y'all, this alone is like another $60, and I've heard good things about this brand. It's just expensive skincare, but I have been trying to like dabble a little bit more into like eye creams. So I was really excited to get this. It is glass and it feels really fancy, and I'm going to immediately, ooh, it's nice and tight, thank you. Gonna immediately put it in my bathroom to use it up. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so those are the 3 things I was like. The rest are things that I am not disappointed with. They're kind of things that I usually want but don't really go out and actually buy them. So the first is DP Hue ACV Apple Cider Vinegar Dry Shampoo Powder. So I've been wanting to try a dry shampoo powder for a while. And again, it's just one of those things that like I'm interested but not super interested in it. And it says it's a gentle dry shampoo powder that helps absorb oils. I tend to not use dry shampoo because that spray is like just pure chemicals, but maybe this would be a little bit more up my alley. These are something that I always see YouTubers wearing, and I don't think it's something I would have ever like gone out of my way to get, but I'm excited to try it. Paradox Los Angeles Lucky Star Blemish Patches. So they're hearts, and you just peel the heart off and you put it on your blemish and you just let it be there overnight basically. And then it should help your blemish die down. I do have a little one right here. So I'll try that tonight and see how I like it. Another thing, I've kind of been thinking about like those jade rollers, and I might still end up purchasing one, but I've also wondered about dry brushing. So this is a daily facial dry brush for radiant looking skin by Daily Concepts. And I think this might be really nice for my psoriasis, eczema, I don't know what it is, but it might just help kind of get that loose skin off and make my skin overall like softer. And I've seen a lot of people using dry brushes. You're supposed to like use them towards your heart. Is that right? Don't count on me for that information. But I know a lot of people will get the bigger ones and use them before they get in the shower and stuff. And they say a lot of good things about it. Our girl Jessica Braun, I know, has talked about that before in her videos. These are Kate Spade socks. And they're actually like for bar or yoga or Pilates, anything where you have bare feet, and they have like grips. So this is what they look like. They're open at the top, and then they have like this on it, little grips, and there's 2 pairs in here. So I think these would be nice to try for when I teach my body flow class, because it is a barefoot class. But I've never tried socks like this for it, so we'll see how they go. Alright, and then we have 2 more items. The first one is London Town Get Well Nail Recovery. Can always use something to help make my nails thicker, more durable. So it's just a little like serum type product that you just brush over your nails to make them healthier. So we love that. And then the last thing is Kind Bar Thins. They came out with minis. Which I love when granola bars have minis. So this one is the dark chocolate nut and sea salt, 90 calories. Because usually this is like enough for me to tie me over in between meals. Sometimes I feel like a full bar, regardless of what brand it is, can be a bit much. So I'm glad they came out with minis, and I'm going to try it. I'm sure it tastes fine. So they did add some coupons. So if you want $15 off of your first box, yeah, then you can use this code. It's A12-22IAT. Get $15 off. But that's everything. I think for like $50, like this is some good stuff. Again, really excited about Laura Geller. Really excited about the eye cream and the earrings, and then the rest I think will just be really fun to try. I know one of my friends got this box, and she opted for these cups. So you can get kind of houseware stuff. Like they have robes and different things that you can opt for. Scarves, headbands. But I personally know that it's not really my thing. That's what Melissa got on her box. It's a headband, and it looks cute on her. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Oh, I do want to get some fun scrunchies. I'll have to get like thin ones because my hair is really thin. But anyways, guys, that is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed this look. I like it. It's so pretty, and it wasn't too much work to achieve. Just a little bit more than simple makeup, but not full glam. Like we didn't contour or anything like that. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching today. Come back tomorrow for our last day of Vlogmas. I know. All right, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.